This is Final Fantasy VII Know the Facts Part 3, where we look at all the awesome things you probably didn't know about this freaking awesome title. There'll be links at the end to the other fact videos, so feel free to watch them later. Now let's get this show started! When wandering around the Corel prison, you may have noticed the letters PYCK graffitied all over the Shinra sign. Did you ever wonder what this actually means? Well, there's an uncensored version of this sign that can be seen in some concept art, and it clearly shows the word fuck. I'll never look at that sign the same way again. You think the FF7 English translation was bad? Well, you should check out the Spanish version, which is often considered to be one of the worst of all time. Some minor mistakes include mistranslating well for a word that means wheel, and hurry for a word that means hooray, but that's not even nearly as bad as referring to the female characters as males. Damn, how can you mistake that for a man? There's another couple of doozies in the Golden Saucer. Here I come, for here I come, and who will I participate? Are two examples here. They also misuse the word party more than often. The most humorous one is a translation that means make a political party of 3. Woo! Barrett for president! One thing that many fans don't know is that the North American version of Final Fantasy VII was re-released in Japan titled FF7 International. It includes the exclusive Disc 4 titled Final Fantasy VII Perfect Guide. This contains maps, character information, design sketches, and loads of other interesting things. As you can see, there's heaps of content that was previously unavailable to fans, such as many high-resolution images of items. Ever want to check out Dio's sexy mo? Now you can. What about the messages that Cloud and Zack scratched into the Mako tanks? Here they are. Ever wonder what the girls looked like in the adult magazines? This one looks like Tifa. This one doesn't look like Tifa. This one also doesn't look like Barrett. And here's the PMS. PHS, Personal Handheld System. I knew that. Here are some panties. Here are some orthopedic panties. I'm not even joking. Here are some sex clothes. Here is a sex toy. Nah, that's just the key to the ancients. Speaking of ancients, here's a book that'll teach you the Satyr language. My point is, all this stuff is pretty cool. God, that's catchy, and God, I'm a good singer. Anyway, here's a few facts regarding the happiest place on the planet, aside from Tifa's bed. That place makes me very happy. Okay, creepiness now over. We've all noticed the ghost playing chess, as ghosts generally do. The model for this chessboard reveals that the pieces are actually the summons from the game. Come on, Bahamut has to be king. But honestly, a whole city based around minigames was such an amazing idea. This is something that no game has done quite as well ever since. This is probably due to the additional programs that would need to be written for each game. The interesting thing here is that when Final Fantasy VII was in development, Square had staff who had free time between projects as well as some inexperienced new staff. So Square put them all to work and had them code these specialized programs. Losing in the battle arena can suck. At least you get a tissue that can be used to wipe the tears away. Or is it? If you look at the high-res model of this item, you'll notice that the artwork is actually an advertisement for the Honeybee Inn. Well, guess we know what that tissue's being used for. Barrett was a character that Tetsuya Nomura wanted to create for a very long time. So why did he call him Barrett? This name is a Japanese transliteration of the word bullet. In fact, before FF7 had an English localization, Barrett was referred to as Bullet in some pre-release magazine articles. You may have noticed that Barrett's appearance was changed in Advent Children. His arm gun is different, his hair was restyled, his vest was replaced, and his shirt has also been changed. All of these alterations were done because the designers wanted to make him look less like Mr. T.
But I pity the fool, and I will destroy any man who tries to take what I got.
But the funny thing is that the first line he is heard speaking in the movie is, "What up, fool?"
What up, fool? It's Barrett. I am the man. Oil Cloud. I just found the biggest damn oil field you ever seen.
Vincent changed a lot during development. He was originally far more talkative and would go out of his way to flirt with the women. Some of his concept roles range from detective to horror researcher to chemist. He's also wielding a scythe in some of the early concept art. In the initial detective scenario, Vincent was working on supernatural cases. His current job was investigating Shinra's secrets to expose them to the world. Here there would have been many flashback scenes relating to Hojo's work, including Hojo kidnapping Lucretia for a Genova experiment and then putting Vincent to sleep for 30 years after he tried to rescue her. When the party found him, Vincent was to have no idea what year it was, or even that he had vile experiments done to him. Vincent would even be completely shocked when turning into a monster for the first time. These transformations could also carry on outside of battle, changing cutscenes depending on what form he was in. Some of these things would have been pretty awesome to see, but I really can't complain. Did you know that Vincent and Yuffie were almost completely cut due to the time constraints? If you played the 2012 PC release of FF7, you may have noticed a strange name for one of the screens in the Northern Cave. If you place a save point at a specific location and save, the location will be stated as Secret Cow Level. This is a reference to the Secret Cow Level in Diablo 2. Much of the FF7 compilation takes place in the mighty city of Midgar. Midgar's name is derived from Midgard, which is one of the 9 planes in Old Norse mythology. There are a lot of similarities between the two as well. Firstly, Midgard is considered cut off from the other realms by a great sea and an endless desert. The same can be said about Midgar, which is surrounded by a desert wasteland. Midgard was crafted by the slain body of Ymir. This body sustains the world's inhabitants. This sounds a bit like Mako, which is drained from the earth and powers the city of Midgar. Midgard translates to Middle Earth, and it's both literally and figuratively in the middle of the 8 realms. The Shinra headquarters is the center of Midgar and is surrounded by 8 sectors, which relates to this central idea. Finally, it's said that during the world-ending battle Ragnarok, Midgard will be destroyed and a new world will emerge. The same can be said about Edge, which is built out of Midgar's runes after it was destroyed by a meteor. I'm sure you all picked this up, but it's worth mentioning nonetheless. The green-eyed pumpkin located in the golden saucer laughs when you interact with it. This laugh is the same sound clip as Kafka's laugh in FF6, it's just being slowed down a little. Now let's talk about Aerith's church in Midgar. Did you ever wonder where the rocket that crashed right through the roof actually came from? Well, in an optional dialogue sequence with Sid, he says, "That reminds me of a test rocket that landed in the Midgar slums long ago. I remember how relieved I was when I heard it never blew up. Come on Sid, you could have killed Aerith." Who would of course go on to live a long and prosperous life. Too soon? Now let's fast forward a bit to Advent Children. Remember that awesome fight sequence between Loz and Tifa? Well, shortly after release, it was duplicated in a music video for Korean pop singer Ivy. The song is titled Sonata of Temptation, and well, it's close to shot for shot at times. Pretty cool, pretty catchy, but it turns out this music video was banned on TV and singer Ivy was sued by Square Enix. According to the judge, the video illegally used 80% of Advent Children's storyline, setting, characters, style of dress, and character demeanors. 80%? Now that's kind of exact. I can just imagine the judge watching Advent Children 100 times. Best job ever! Alright, thanks for watching FF7 Tifa Fan Club. By that, I mean Know the Facts Part 3. Stay tuned for Part 4 coming soon. If you enjoy this, please like, subscribe, and share with someone else who likes FF7. See you next time.